Welcome to Squared Circle Spotlight, the heavyweight champion of wrestling podcasts.
Squared Circle Spotlight. We are back. Thank you for tuning in. We are fresh off Clash in Paris. So tonight we're going to be talking all about Clash in Paris. We're going to talk about our stipulation. If you guys watched last week, you heard what that was. It's going to be funny, I think. We'll see who's submitted to the stipulation, but we'll talk about that later. We've got some other topics too. We are going to have our weekly question. We're going to talk about our tag team tournament finals, which we hinted at a little bit last week as well. Reveal who won that. We got some more merch. We got some new stuff. We're going to do some things outside of figures this week. And then we are going to do our deep dive on Clash in Paris and our stipulation. So buckle up. Somebody's going to be wearing a wig next week. So stay tuned for that. But we'll get it started with our little warm-up question. Nice, Jeremy. This one might stir up some controversy. We'll see what the answers are. We're going to open it up with, what is your craziest wrestling hot take? And it can be anything. The crazier, the better. Very curious to hear what you guys say. So I won't start. Kathy hinted at one that could break the internet. So I'm going to start with Kathy. Let's kick it off there.
All right. I've been debating actually saying this out loud because I've gotten a lot of kickback just in real life conversations. I think Bret Hart as an individual wrestler was boring. I was not a fan. I know. I think he was good at what he did, but it just wasn't something that I attached to.
Oh, you don't attach to excellence?
I know, this is what I mean. I knew
they're going to come
be a
off.
hard one.
Please.
Kathy, Jesus.
I
don't want
to. I'm not going to dig myself a deeper grave and keep going, but I am going to say my piece, and I am going to let somebody else try to dig me out a little bit.
I'm going to say, there's a piece of it I could see. I'm a huge Bret Hart fan since childhood, top 3 all time. The one critique I would say that I'll give him is the promos. He wasn't the best talker. It wasn't the most exciting. He was just he's the best there is. Until he went heel, that got a little more interesting when he went the Hart Foundation and all pro Canada. That was really good. But early on, I'll give him that. His matches, though, I'll let Charlie talk about the matches before I say anything. But his in-ring stuff, I don't know if I could agree with that.
His in-ring stuff is the best stuff ever. Watch him take a run into the buckles. Front, face first. The boom. Like that.
Better than Sean?
Hey, let's not get nuts here.
You said best ever. You said best ever.
All right, well, that move, yes. He's the best ever at that move. But, Catherine, I'm so disappointed.
I just feel like he's one of those people that you're either 100% in or you're not. And I unfortunately am somebody who is not. And that's I liked his gimmick. I liked all of his gear was always cool. I just was not into his whole spiel as a wrestler.
Bill Goldberg.
I think you see that more now. Back in the day, you rarely heard that. I think now, because it's been a while, right? It was early 90s, mid 90s when he was kind of at his peak in WWE. And then, wrestling's gotten a lot more technical, a lot more athletic. So I could see that a little bit, but still, no way. I can't agree.
Well, that's what I was thinking about that. When you think about a lot of the older guys, when you really compare them to what's going on nowadays, it's all about the gimmick. And that's what you remember a lot of those guys at, because it was the beginning of wrestling, and it wasn't, like you said, it wasn't technical, and I like technical. So I guess that's where some of it loses me. But if I had to say out of the the top 5 greats, I would say he was probably the more boring out of all of them, in my opinion. I respect
Still have him
him.
in
I
top
respect
5.
what he did. I do have him in top 5. I respect his position in history. Just wasn't my thing.
Jeremy, you got anything on that?
Hey, I warned you guys. I
touching
asked
this
you before
one.
we
I know,
even
I was
logged on.
I am
if
not
I was
touching this one,
bringing it.
sir.
I
I
was
warned you.
surprised.
I don't disagree. His promos were boring, but damn.
Shut up.
Name one.
They're really hard to remember.
Who's going to dig me out?
Kathy, you're picking who's next.
All right. Well, I've got Charlie all hot and bothered over here, so let's hear the fighting words for the next one.
This is tough. That hurts. It's one of my foundations of wrestling. Him and another fella. But my hot take is going to be, I think ECW is now more fondly remembered as nostalgia rather than the actual substance. I think if you go back and watch ECW today, it's not as good as you may think it is. I think WWE did a great job once it got the trademark of marketing it as this niche little indie company from Philly that changed the business, but a lot of their stuff sucked. It was terrible. Joe, me and you have argued about this before. I hated staying up to 2:00 in the morning on Channel 10 to watch some crappy wrestling filled with music videos and highlights. It was terrible. I'm sorry. It wasn't that good. ECW blows.
But you don't like hardcore wrestling, though, so that entire
the
category.
whole product sucked, Kat. No. They had some good matches. They had like Eddie Guerrero versus Dean Malenko. They had some good wrestling, but I just think people now they're like, oh, ECW changed wrestling. It changed, and that's it. It ran a bingo hall in Philadelphia.
That was the charm of it.
Wrestle
They also did the Hammerstein Ballroom.
Okay, so GCW could change wrestling. I'm sorry, it's overrated. WCW was better than ECW. That is my hard.
I won't even say that. So as the self-appointed ECW aficionado on this show, I will say you are wrong, sir. ECW put on good matches. Yes, there was some bad stuff. Every federation had some bad stuff. You got like guys like Danny Doring and Roadkill that were kind of boring. But you look at those top guys. Those top guys were huge stars at the time. They went to WCW. They went to WWE. They put on amazing matches. I'm not a big like death match guy. I like the hardcore stuff that they did. They did it very well. There was some stuff that pushed the line a little bit.
They crucified Raven in one episode. I mean,
and admittedly, they kind of did the same thing to Stone Cold on USA, where they tied him to the Undertaker symbol like a crucifix.
That was an Undertaker symbol, pal, not a cross.
It's close. Same shape.
There, sir.
ECW was amazing. I will die on that hill. Again, I think there was some bad stuff. They didn't have the money to have that large production like WCW or WWE. They did what they could, and they had a rabid following still to this day. That's why I say it's not nostalgia. The people that loved it then still love it now. You can put it on. I think you could still I still go back and put matches. I'm not even going to lie. I just watched Taz and Sabu over again. We were talking about it last time. I live by ECW. I will die with it. You are wrong.
I disagree. The Raven and Tommy Dreamer storyline will go down as one of the best stories told. Besides that, it sucks. And RVD was great. Jeremy, I want to go to you.
We can't hear
Gave
you.
me flack for it. Can
There
you
you
hear me
go.
now?
Yeah.
So mine's not going to break the internet, and you guys gave me flack for it back years ago, but one of mine, I think, was a big hot take was I said that back when Cody Rhodes was Stardust, he's going to be a world champion. I called
Did you say
that.
he was world champion, though?
I don't know if he said world champion. I know he just said he liked looking at him in that dress that he wore, but he definitely was pro Stardust.
I was pro the actual person playing Stardust, Cody Rhodes.
I think
hard on
if you
Cody.
legitimately said he would be a world champion, I will take that. That is a very hot take at that time.
Yeah, at that time.
I wasn't saying he was in that character at all. I was saying that he's going to be a world champion. I just could see the charisma in him.
I hate to do it, but I got to give Jeremy credit. He 100% did say that.
Yeah, I mean, I think when he became Stardust for me, I think I felt that was the end of the line for him. I thought, he'd go Stardust, get released, and that'd kind of be it. He'd go the way of Ted DiBiase Jr. But if you said world champion, I will give you credit because that is a hot take that came true. So bravo.
I get one right every once in a while.
All right, I'll jump into mine. And mine is TNA will outlive AEW. Let me make my argument.
100%. 100%.
Okay, I'm glad an AEW fan agreed with me. Here's what I'm saying. First, TNA is like a cockroach. They've survived everything. Yeah. They've been around longer than WCW was around on like a shoestring budget. They've made this awesome partnership with WWE now, where they're like a feeder program for NXT and for WWE. So they've really done that, and I think they'll continue to do that, and that'll keep them in business for a while. And then I'm gonna poo-poo on AEW a little bit here. They haven't built any stars. Who is a star that has outgrown the wrestling world? None of them. So AEW fans will probably, make all these different arguments, but who have they made a star? He has not stepped out of AEW.
They're stealing stars from WWE. They're literally just picking up the crumbs, and eventually what's already happening is they're doing the back and forth. Like there's these people who did really well, and then the next step will always be WWE. It will never be, the end line will never be AEW.
They're journeyman wrestlers almost in a sense.
They are not journeyman wrestlers. Shut up.
Some of them are.
Bounce them back and forth from.
Wait. MJF everyone was all over. They were, what's the word the kids use? They're glazing or glazing over MJF. Glazing, yeah. Like 2 years ago as the best heel to ever come along. And then something, I don't know, they fell off. Adam Cole got hurt for the 30th time. And the booking went a little bit awry. And now everyone's jumping off the ship, okay? MJF is a once-in-a-generational talent. They have a great tag team division that they brought their tag teams back. Swerve Strickland and Hangman Page are homegrown stars. So is MJF, like I said. Warlord, I believe. I mean, Kenny Omega, yes, he was indie famous, but he's an AEW guy. So I think they got a handful of stars. And I think Tony Khan's got the $1 billion bankroll to keep it going.
For how long, though?
Yeah,
like,
I know.
That's the question.
So only the people you just named are the only thing keep it really afloat.
Do you guys watch the show Glow on Netflix like a while ago?
I've seen
watched the first season. Yeah.
Tony Khan reminds me of the guy that buys Glow. Like every time I talk about and I think about Tony Khan, that is the first picture in my head. Is just this like wrestling nerd that has money and is like, here, I'm going to just do this. Like there's no background in his life. There's no anything. It was just, he has the money and the ability. And eventually, I don't think that's a long-term business plan.
And the money isn't his, it's his dad's.
Yeah,
so
exactly.
his dad, until his dad pulls the plug, says, you're done playing with my money. Yeah. It'll go on, sure. But then he's going to pull it. And they're never going to get that mainstream success. And let me point out one thing that happened. I think this was last weekend on their pay-per-view. You had Jon Moxley sticking a fork through Darby Allin's ear and twisting it. Absolutely disgusting. Yeah. You'll never see that on mainstream TV. So
that's the other thing. They're trying to, I guess, separate, but it's going to bite them in the ass. It's going too hard in the direction that's not going to stay on major network television where the money is to keep all of those people.
Yeah. And they have a bloated roster. Yeah. They have 50 different titles, 1,000 wrestlers that don't get TV time.
That's when it started to go down.
That's like the Boxing Association.
It's too
much. Are you forgetting about a little guy named Jungle Boy Jack Perry?
I I loved
Where's he been?
that whole gimmick. I loved that whole thing.
I don't know what the hell happened here.
I'll go back to your MJF thing too. MJF thing is a perfect example of why AEW fails to me. I'm a huge MJF fan, still am. They had the opportunity to make him biggest star in wrestling, probably, and they've botched it. What's he doing now? I mean, now he got a title shot again with Hangman. He lost. Maybe he'll probably win it back at some point, but they messed that up. That was a guy you should have made your champion.
Happy Gilmore.
She's in there, yeah.
They listen. I think that obviously starting a wrestling promotion and then a year later having COVID hit, puts a monkey wrench in anything. But they survived it. They have that streaming deal that they have, I think, with HBO Max. So they're going to be afloat for a little while. And like you said, Tony Khan's father's a billionaire. He has all that money to play with. I can definitely. They sold 80,000 tickets in Wembley, or whatever the hell it was. But I can definitely see them being around for another decade.
Yeah, and then on their Saturday Night Collision, they got enough people that fills Jeremy's room. So it's not a shot at your room. I'm just saying.
I hate that WWE's like actively targeting them. Like, I think we mentioned last week they're doing WrestlePalooza, same week that AEW. Like, come on, dude.
They're in Europe at the same time as they are right now.
Yeah. Why do that? Let more people have good paying wrestling jobs and health insurance. You don't need to own the world, wrestling, WWE.
I agree with that. I have nothing against the talent there. I love a lot of the talent there. I wish some of these guys got more opportunities there, but Tony Khan stuck his own foot in his mouth. He talks a lot of shit. The fans talk a lot of shit. So if you're gonna prove how big you are, this is their opportunity to prove it. I don't dislike AEW. It sounds like I dislike them. I don't dislike it. I want them to be better. So if this they want to be better, time to put up or shut up, because this is the chance to do it.
I was 100% into AEW for a long time. They shot up real quick with some of my favorite wrestlers, and then it, like you said, it got too much, and it was just they didn't know what to do with all of the people they had. So it was 7-man one-on-one. Like, it was just the matches got messy, the storylines got way too messy, and I couldn't keep track anymore. And you didn't see your people for weeks, and it just got to be too much.
I think bringing Punk in was the reason for probably their most success, but it probably hurt them in the long run, because that's kind of when I fell off, was when Punk left. I tried sticking around, but like I said, I really hate those hardcore matches. And when I see a hypodermic needle go into someone, I turn the TV off. I can't follow that storyline. I'm sorry. But I think it has enough of a fan base, and there's enough young, talented wrestlers. And like I said, they have the money to sign WWE's rejects if they want. So they can compete for another 15, 20 years, I think.
I don't know about that long, but I don't think they're going anywhere yet. But I definitely don't see a long term, especially if they're going to keep competing the way that they are, like doing the same cities, they're pushing them out on purpose, and they're cherry picking their wrestlers one by one.
Yeah,
it's we've seen this before, and it eventually just becomes unmanageable unfortunately, from a business perspective.
They started running live events, and that only lasted for like a very short time. Yeah. This guy was in charge of live events. He has a tendency to F things up.
He has a tendency to do that.
Yeah.
But again, just back to my original hot take point. It wasn't will AEW last. It will outlast TNA, which I don't think TNA goes anywhere anytime soon. So that was my take, just to be clear.
Okay.
But
yeah, TNA.
You guys listening, let us know what you think on our hot takes. Do you think we're crazy? Do you think we're right? Give us some of yours. But yeah, let us know.
I'm the heel of the episode. I know it already. I get it. I understand that. I know.
We just did the double turn. Charlie kind of became the face, and Kathy kind of became the heel.
One coming.
All right. we're going to move it to our next topic. So our tag team tournament final. It's been a couple of weeks. We posted the finals up on TikTok and Instagram for you guys to vote on. We were tied with the Hardy Boys versus the Young Bucks. So I think Charlie and I had the Young Bucks. Jeremy and Kathy had the Hardy Boys. And it came down to the fans. And the fans voted. And they voted pretty much one way. The winner was the Hardy Boys. So congratulations to the Hardy Boys.
Yeah, buddy.
You are our greatest tag team of all time, even if I don't necessarily agree with it. But bravo. No, they're obviously deserving.
I was gonna say, you partially agree with it, but not.
Yeah. I think you could put any of those like last 4 teams we had in there.
Right.
It probably could have easily.
I think you mix it up with different names. Yeah, you have a different outcome.
Yeah. Right. Yeah. They could be, if they versed other people, as different matchups, it definitely could have ended differently.
I don't think there's a lot of people out there going, I hate those Hardy Boys.
Exactly.
Get on my lawn.
Our winning votes here. I'll let you guys, Jeremy and Kathy, say any last words on the tournament or other Hardy Boys as our champion.
Who was your favorite Hardy Boy?
I was more of a Jeff fan.
Yeah, Jeff.
Isn't that everybody's?
Yeah, pretty much.
I was a diehard Matt Hardy fan.
Really?
No, I'm kidding.
I'm sorry.
Everybody's favorite was Jeff.
I love Marty Jannetty, Matt Hardy, Bushwhacker Lou, Jimmy Uso.
Wait,
I'll take everybody who's gonna fail for 500, Alex.
Serious question. Was Bushwhacker Butch the bigger one?
I have no idea. I know Bushwhacker Luke, up until recently, ran wrestling promotions.
Well, let's not forget that monumental singles run Bushwhacker Butch went on. So
that was something. All
right. Well, that was our tournament. Let us know what you guys think, or you already did. You told us the Hardy Boys are better. So thank you for everybody that voted. We'll do some more brackets. We'll take a little break from that for now, but we'll add some more stuff in like that and get your guys' votes too. So again, thank you everybody who voted. And we will jump into our merch table. Charlie's got some new stuff for us this week.
All right. So I know since the inception of the show, we've been doing action figures, from your wild and crazy sweat action figures that look like monsters to your more realistic recent guys. But we're going to switch it up a little bit. And we're just going to do some actual merch. And this, I have this saved. I found it in my storage unit. Is a program from 2002 from a SmackDown that I went to. And shows you Vince. This is during the first draft. He runs SmackDown. His first draft choice was Hulk Hogan. Ric Flair was, I guess, in charge of Raw. His first pick was Stone Cold. But what's sad is going over the list of guys dead.
Dead, yeah.
But maybe not this guy. The Ross. Let me do the Ross.
Whoa! I saw one.
Okay, here we go. Dead. No, I don't know. Oh, yeah. Dead. Mr. Perfect. Sean Stasiak. Dead. Almost dead. It's over. A lot of these guys are almost dead. Jeremy's favorite food, one of his favorite wrestlers, Funagi's in there. I don't know why. Every velocity.
Hey there, Charlie. This is all for you, baby.
No. You taped over some of my Devils games because you wanted to watch the Funaki matches, and you were incredible. Charlie, tape the Funaki. You would get so mad at me if I didn't. It was weird, but he's on there. And then the other merch table is younger kids. You won't know what this is. It's for old people. It is called a TV Guide. And to see what was coming on television, you would have to look for Tuesday at 10:30.
Before the interweb, ladies and gentlemen.
Yeah. I found this on the internet web, and Sable was on the cover. Now, that you might go, who cares? Don't do that. Some random wrestling girl on a magazine I never heard of. You don't understand. This was the biggest magazine like in the world or in America. I think everyone going on the cover of TV Guide was a huge deal. And for her to be on that just kind of showed you in 1999 how much wrestling was a part of the American zeitgeist. And it became pop culture and kind of defined an era that we grew up in.
Yeah,
So,
believe
Dude,
it or
if
not,
I knew I
history
could make
lesson.
money,
You turned the television on and it didn't tell you what was on at one point in our life. You had to guess.
I know. Isn't that
Or
crazy?
you had to read a TV guide.
Yeah.
I'm curious. Can you
dude,
read
if
off
I
something
knew
that
I
was
could
on
make money
TV?
selling old TV guides.
Yeah.
I'm telling you.
Yeah. So
Read
Sunday
any
night,
random show.
what time is it? 8:30?
Yeah, 9 o'clock.
On Disney, we got Growing Pains.
Oh, that's a good choice.
Ow.
MTV right now, we'd be watching Daria.
Yes.
The X-Files
Diarrhea,
would be on
cha-cha-cha.
Channel 5.
Wow.
And Feed the
What a
Children
year.
would be on BET.
I
And
feel like there's a joke
Nickelodeon
in
had-
there, but I'll leave it alone.
Yeah.
It's rare that Joe actually goes and says a little something before
I didn't say Joe. I said there might
You
be a
didn't
joke.
say it. No.
No, I have like 5 minutes on that. I just need to stop talking. That's our merch table.
All right. That was a good one. I like that. Yeah.
Oh, Lord.
Jeremy's got some magazines he might share next week too, but kids tune out at that point.
Yeah. He's still trying to pull them apart.
I don't know where this is going. I've lost track here.
Maybe we won't let him go next week then.
All right. Now we're going to jump into our deep dive of Clash in Paris, which just ended a few hours ago. Go over our picks and we'll talk about each match. So we'll start it off in order here. First, I just want to say that this, for anybody that watched, that stage they had set up was awesome. They rarely do really cool stages for like the smaller PLEs now, but that one was cool. Having the Eiffel Tower right in the middle, that was nice. I like that. And as always, the Paris fans were nuts, but we'll talk about that as we go through each match. So we'll start off here with Roman Reigns versus Bronson Reed. So if you watched it, the match and the aftermath of the match were about the same amount of time. It was about an hour or something like that, 45 minutes, I think, with the match and the aftermath. So it was okay match. There was the opening one. Cool to see Roman Reigns put Paul Heyman in a guillotine at the end there. I thought we'd see like a more badass Roman Reigns, but then he went and kind of signed sneakers and threw him out to the crowd, which I don't know where they're going with that. I mean, I do because Braun Breaker came out and speared the hell out of him. But yeah, so let's open up with that match. Get your guys' thoughts on this.
Yeah, the Paul Heyman thing, as soon as they made eye contact and he started begging, I was like, oh no. And I'm like thinking about it, like, what can he do to him that literally won't kill him? And as soon as he put it in the guillotine, I'm like, all right, I can handle that. That literally, anything else probably would have put him in the hospital for
Killed him.
real. So yeah. But other than that, the match was
Big.
pretty much what you expected it to be. I mean, it was pretty self-sufficient in itself. So
Charlie, you got thoughts?
Yeah. I think it was a good opener. You know, a little slow paced for my liking, but got the crowd involved. They really dug Roman Reigns. It was a solid match. Nothing wrong to say about it. Like I said, we knew Paris was going to be a hot crowd, and Roman Reigns is, you know, one of the top stars in the industry. So put him out there first. Let him cheer. Let him chant. Good opener. You know, give it like a B+ overall.
the only thing I don't know, it's just in general, but with Roman Reigns, I don't know if it was his tan, I don't know what it was. Couldn't stop looking at his teeth all I saw was teeth.
Oh, they're always super
They're
nice and
glistening.
white.
I couldn't like watch anything else. And then when they had him like laying on the
drives me
ground,
nuts.
and it was just, I was like, all I see is teeth. This is it.
I know.
Bad veneers.
Those
That's
are
all I ever
amazing.
see when I hear him talk.
You gotta wear sunglasses when he smiles.
No,
I don't
but
know if
listen,
it's because he like lost
I
weight.
see his
and
teeth when
face.
I'm listening. I can close my eyes and still see his teeth when he talks. That's how bad it is.
Tonight,
No,
it was
those
just
veneers,
something about it was too much.
He should have got a little shade, a little darker. It's a little too bright.
Yes,
Little dark,
please.
I thought
Like,
he had like a
nobody's
mouth
that
guard
white.
in. I didn't. The first time I saw it, I thought it was like a mouth guard, and then I realized that that's his actual face.
Those are teeth. Yeah.
You can go snowblind from the reflection off his teeth.
That reminds me too. There was one other point, a physical attribute point that I noticed in this match. They must have had like baby oil half off in Paris because those two came out so greasy,
Glistening. Yeah.
absolutely glistening.
Everything was beating off.
Roman just entered the pod.
Hey
Holy
guys,
shit.
like my smile? Oh, yeah. Some people look up dentist and
You kill me. Oh my God.
You just
Oh,
got
I've been
Roman
waiting
teeth
4
in
weeks
the
to use
WWE
that.
shop.
I've been waiting 4 weeks for teeth to come up.
Jesus.
All right.
But I always
that's-
had something for every moment.
Funny because I have a prop coming up too, so we'll get to that.
Oh, God.
Anyway.
Hey, false
Yeah,
teeth
so-
on demand. That's pretty good.
No, that was good. That was good. Because we didn't plan that. I
Reigns-
didn't bring that up in the group chat. That was 100%
Yeah.
on demand.
That was
That's
100% off the cuff.
Oof.
So Roman Reigns wins the match, takes a murder after the match. He gets, I don't even know how many tsunamis and spears he got hit with after the match. And here's my one critique too. This is wrestler logic. Is Jey Uso comes out to save him, but Jey Uso came out after he had already been put on a stretcher, tsunamied, beheaded, thrown to the wolves. Then Jey Uso decided to come out and try and help him. So he could have come out earlier. Would have made a little more sense. But I don't know if they're writing him
Where
off
were
TV
you
for
10
something.
minutes ago, bruh?
Yeah. I don't know if they're writing him off TV or they're trying to build towards WrestlePalooza, but we'll see where this goes. It's obviously leading to Roman and Braun Breaker, but we'll see when that happens. I don't know if he's filming another movie or something. So
That's what that's what I was reading. Is it's a movie.
yeah, probably.
No shit.
But for this one, our picks, we all had Roman Reigns, so no real change here. Everybody's tied with one win. Now we go into our second match of the night, the Wyatt Six versus the Street Profits. So this we didn't talk about last week. We talked about this in our group text when it got announced. So we'll talk about those picks in a minute, but it was a surprisingly pretty good match. I think the Wyatt Six are, or at least those two, Dexter Lumis and Joe Gacy, are severely overrated as a tag team. They look really good together. The stuff they pull off was really cool, and Street Profits are always good in the ring. So it was a good match, better than I expected. I was kind of like, why even put this on here? There's no real build up to it, but looks like it's leading to a Street Profit breakup, but we'll open it up there. Any thoughts you guys got on this one?
The Borderlands intro was really cool. I like their gear. That was really cool.
Yeah, that was cool too.
But there's definitely
Enjoyed
something
the
going
match.
on with the Street Profits. Like that was very apparent. That's coming. I mean,
Oh,
it's
yeah,
time.
This is a classic. We lose, and somebody gets a little bit angry. Montez Ford's completely gonna turn heel and break up with him. But yeah, I'm with Joe. I was pleasantly surprised by this match. I didn't really expect much. I'm not a huge fan of the Street Profits, but
I really liked them in the beginning. I really liked their whole thing in the beginning. And then
yeah, when they first started, yeah.
could you do with that whole storyline?
Yeah, the shtick's gotten a little bit old. It's kind of the same thing they went heel for like a minute and people forgot about that, and then they were back to being faces and whatever.
Yeah.
But all right, so our picks on this one, Jeremy, Kathy, and Charlie all had the Wyatt Six. I picked the Street Profits just to take a chance at a win here. I didn't really believe they'd win. I was hoping they'd win, But I was wrong. So I'm down 1 while everybody else is still all correct. We go to our next match. We had Becky Lynch versus Nikki Bella. And this match was a stinker, in my opinion. This was not good.
God.
Their timing was off.
God awful.
Again, I don't want to put all.
Somebody definitely messed up at the end. That was not supposed to happen like that.
Yeah, did not look good. There are a lot of missed spots in there. But Becky Lynch gets the win. But we could talk about this one. I'll let you guys go with it from there.
Do we have to?
Nikki Bella needs to pay alimony to her baby daddy. That's true. He took her to court and she has to pay it. So that's clearly the only reason why she's wrestling. I don't think she has a love for the business, and it shined through brightly. This match was bad. It sucked. I didn't care for it at all.
I like their back and forth, and their tit for tat is always really good. But when tit, and you know what? I thought about not saying that, but I knew somebody was going to do that. I just it's not good anymore, and I think she's too nervous because she doesn't want to hurt herself, and she just shows up to show up, and that's it.
And I don't know how you guys. I'm sorry, Joe. I don't know how you guys feel, but I don't like Becky Lynch at all. Like I never. Maybe there was a short period of time but I always saw her just as a Conor McGregor ripoff.
Yeah.
And fair play to her. I mean, he was the hottest thing going, and she was Irish, and it was, a type of combat sport, So she blatantly just ripped him off line for line at some points, Yeah. So I'm not a big Becky Lynch fan to begin with, but yeah. So
yeah, I'm not a huge Becky fan. I think she's very good at what she does. Again, even if it's a ripoff, if you're not a MMA fan and you don't know who Conor McGregor is, it probably looks amazing, right? But she's good, but it's hard to. Here's props for Nikki Bella. It's hard to make Becky Lynch have a bad match. There's not many of them, and this was one seriously. Of them. So, yeah, sorry, Nikki. But this was not a good match. So our picks on this one, we all had Becky Lynch, and Becky Lynch got the win. So I'm still down 1. Everybody else is tied with none wrong. So we go to Sheamus and Rusev, which was very different. A very good match. The Donnybrook match
was awesome.
Was a fun match. Really, really good. Kind of what you expect. The hitting. There's a shillelagh. There was the kendo sticks. There was a bar. I'm not big on like the weird props around the ring, but they made it work. Like when they put that type stuff, like a bar and whiskey barrels, it's weird. Why is that in a wrestling event? But
because it was in the video games, Joe.
Is it though?
Yeah. It
definitely
is Irish, and if you're Irish, you have to be an alcoholic.
You gotta have to have a shillelagh if you're doing an Irish match. I don't know if you guys know what that is, but it is a really dense stick that they just like dip in shellac. So getting hit with that is good for them.
God awful.
That sucks. I would take a kendo stick over a shillelagh any day. You could easily break your ribs.
You used to have a shillelagh that used to bring to the rib. You'd finish matches with it. So, I'm assuming it's hard. Very hard.
Yeah, it's very hard.
Yeah, but I'm with Joe. This was everything the other match wasn't. It was hard hitting. Two guys, I think they had the agreement, stay away from the moneymaker, but let's just beat the shit out of each other. And they did. It was just a good old fashioned Donnybrook as advertised. So 2 thumbs up for me.
My only critique is what hasn't happened yet. So they've had this series of amazing matches. I hope that it leads to something bigger for Rusev. It's not just these two are putting on fun matches for the sake of putting on fun matches. Make it mean something. Like Rusev won. He won this like best of 3 in these hard hitting matches. Get him in at least like the Intercontinental title match picture, like something like that. Make it count for something. Not where we're going to get another best of 7, which I think Sheamus did with Cesaro, was it? But yeah, just let's make it count. Give Rusev something. They did have a really good match. And Rusev gets the win. And pretty convincingly, he made Sheamus tap out in the match. Yeah. So that says something too. So you made him look really, really
the shillelagh
good.
In the mouth.
Yeah.
And they made a point to say, I think that was the second time Sheamus was on
Mhm.
and tapped out. So
Yeah.
I think they are, Joe. I think they are going to do something with Rusev's character. You know, they put him over strong.
I hope so. But yeah, Rusev gets the win. I, Charlie, and Kathy all have Rusev. Jeremy had Sheamus. So Jeremy and I are tied with one wrong apiece, while Charlie and Kathy are tied for first place. And now we go into our next
crowd
match.
was disappointed.
What was that?
The crowd was disappointed, that's for sure.
And what?
They were pro Sheamus from the very beginning of that.
Yeah, I mean, there were people with the Bulgarian flag right in the front row. So there were some
but it was
fans
so
of
much
Rusev there.
louder for the Sheamus.
Yeah, probably a little closer to Ireland. My geography isn't that great, but I'm pretty sure Bulgaria
when we were
isn't there.
deciding. I was like, well, are they going to take that away from him in his the run in his area? But I think the storyline made more sense. And luckily, they didn't just hand it to people because of where they're from.
Yeah, you could easily done that. You're right. But yeah, it was a smart move.
Very true.
All right. Going into John Cena versus Logan Paul. This one was my favorite match of the night. I think was the best match of the night to me. John Cena has kept up his matches of two amazing matches in a row. Cody Rhodes at SummerSlam. This one with Logan Paul. I am officially a John Cena fan.
Oh,
I will never give up on John Cena.
Yes.
There we go. I had props too.
Oh.
Yes.
Yeah.
But this was a great match. I had Logan Paul winning it, which didn't happen, unfortunately. But you really watching it, it could have gone either way. There were moments where you thought Logan Paul was going to win, John Cena was going to win. And John Cena pulled out some really cool moves that he hasn't done before. We could talk about that. I'll let you guys, if you want to talk about that. I won't give it all away. But I'll open it up to you guys, your thoughts on this match.
I got a question.
It works best when you pick someone.
All right, Jeremy.
Well, I got a question. Do you think he was intending to do the rollover and do the up for the attitude adjustment, or do you think he was supposed to catch him originally?
Good question. I could see it being either
I'm
way.
wondering if that's
I
improvised.
think he was going to catch him.
Yeah.
That's what I think too, and he had to improvise, which is even more to my credit that he pulled that off nicely.
Yeah, he's such a pro.
Yeah, I mean, Logan Paul even had a moment like that too, where I forget what was happening. He pulled off the zigzag, but he fell beforehand, but popped right back up and got it. And that's how good both these guys are. They pull it off, and you can't even really tell that it was like a botch.
Exactly.
So, props to them.
Yeah.
All right. So Jeremy went. I'll go. Charlie, go ahead.
I don't like either of these guys really, but my hat's off. It was a hell of a match. It really was. Logan Paul, I say time and time again how much I hate this guy, but he just constantly delivers. He constantly delivers good match after good match after good match. And John Cena, you can say what you want. Like I said, I'm not going to pretend I was a huge John Cena fan, but this retirement tour, he's putting out some of his best stuff ever. He's really thrown out good matches. I think he's legitimately emptying his tank in that ring for the fans. And
I think so too.
I'm not ready to strap a headband on, Joe, but I'm having a little bit of hustle, loyalty, and respect coming over my way. I don't know. Kathy,
what were your thoughts?
I was surprised at the crowd. That must have been super cool. They really were into it. And I'm not going to say I disagree with you guys, but it wasn't the best match, I think it was good, but it wasn't the best. They think they spent too much time with Logan Paul. Obviously he wasn't the top pick for, nobody wanted him. So he was egging on the crowd and stuff like that. I think that could have been toned down a little bit. And I definitely noticed them standing there and setting up moves. And I think they were there's a little extra time there, a little more planning than it didn't seem as natural and cohesive. I feel bad because I think John Cena, these next couple matches, match by match, it's going to be like Undertaker, where it got towards the end and it should have probably been cut a little bit earlier, because his Cody Rhodes match, I think, was the peak. And I think he's just starting to, you see it, like he's a little slower. He walks with a little more of a hunch. Like he's not great. And I give him a lot of respect for the fact that he is beat up and he is showing up till the end of whatever this is. I just hope they leave it that way. And it's not this ongoing thing like they tend to do where they just keep showing up when they shouldn't be. And I think he should go out on what is his top, and because it's already starting to go down a little bit. And there definitely would have been a riot in Paris if he didn't win. So we all knew where that was going to go.
Yeah.
My hope is he puts somebody over on his way out, a young talent. Yeah. It doesn't just end with Cena winning, do the right thing. Yes, put over a guy like Braun Breaker, put over Jacob Fatu, one of these young guys that's coming up.
That's how it's supposed to go, but no, let the fans have a happy moment to go out on. And I think he's the match at SummerSlam was awesome, and like we said, I'm with Kathy. I think the SummerSlam match was a little bit better than this match. This match was awesome. I do think he's giving everything he has, and I'm with him. I hope he doesn't run out of gas because you can see he's emptying the tank on these matches.
Yeah. And that's where he got my respect. He's going hard. And like I said, he's doing stuff he's never done before. Like he did a Styles Clash. He did Baron Corbin's finisher, the End of Days. Like there were a bunch of moves he threw in there that he'd never done before, at least on live TV. So yeah, that I give him props for, especially a lot. And again, Logan Paul just continuing to, again, I like Logan Paul. He probably don't agree, but continues to get better, I think, in the ring and being a really good heel. So props to him too.
He's going to be a world champion.
Does he really have bad matches though? Overall, I don't think
he has. He hasn't had a lot of matches. I don't think any of them stick out as bad per se. Probably go back and watch.
Yeah.
But all right, on this one, I had Logan Paul. Everybody else had Cena, so I am officially eliminated from contention to be the winner. So I'm out. And we have Jeremy with one loss, and Charlie and Kathy are going for a clean sweep here. If they didn't all pick the same thing together the whole time, but it's all right. We're going into our fatal 4-way main event for the WWE title, heavyweight title. So you had CM Punk, Seth Rollins, Jey Uso, and LA Knight. Pretty good match, I think. Fatal 4-ways get a little messy sometimes, at least to me. So not a huge fan of these types of matches, but it was good. Everybody got kind of their spots in. Then obviously Seth Rollins gets the win. We'll talk about that a little bit, but we can start off here. Start with Kathy.
I'm just going to start the conversation with this because if not, I quit. If it's not CM Punk's wife, why am I told? I'm so worked up. AJ Lee. If she does not come back, I quit. Is it? I don't. There's no way that this is not where this builds up to. As soon as I saw Becky Lynch, I'm like, AJ Lee's coming back. And then I kind of heard some commentary towards the end. Some of it, they were talking about it. I respect her if she chooses not to, and she's 100% done. I do respect that. I understand that. Oh God, this would be the biggest ball drop of the century if they do not bring her back, at least for one. I don't care if she's a full-time wrestler. Like she has to come back just for something. just beat the shit out of Becky Lynch just once, and everything will be great. I would be happy. That's it. That's all I have to say about that.
I could definitely see this leaning towards a mixed tag match.
There has to be. There has to be.
Yeah. I think fans have been clamoring for it for the longest time for AJ Lee. Because you've just been hearing, everybody's been talking about it for the longest time since Punk came back. It's like, when's AJ Lee coming back? This is the opportunity. If they're going to do it, this is when they're doing it. It looks like that. So I don't know.
It has to be. It has to be.
Yeah.
So, I mean, she's been real quiet. So like, she's been real quiet. So if I can see it coming just because of that, all of her social media is very quiet. She hasn't done anything really in the public except for heels. She was a wrestler in heels with him. Yeah. Like that's the last time she's done anything. She doesn't do indie. She doesn't. I love that show.
Yeah. Should have brought it back for another season.
From what I heard, they are seeing how it did on Netflix or something, and then they've already filmed it or they're filming it. It's all ready to go. It's just they were waiting for the go, and I think Netflix was like, "All right, we'll take it for a little bit, see if it gets." That's why it popped up a couple months ago.
Yeah.
They're going to see what the feedback is and then take off from there. So fingers crossed. We'll just leave that on repeat in the background so get the views in so they can make it again. Anyways, back on track here. I got lost there, but that was it.
Jeremy's dropping. Charlie, you go ahead.
That's what I was scuttling to look for over here. I only have one female action figure ever, and it's AJ Lee.
Lita?
No, AJ Lee. Lita, I had posters and other stuff because I was a young teenage fella. But AJ Lee is the only action because she was the only diva that I actually thought was kind of cool. I dug her whole gimmick, and I'm with Kathy. This is the perfect opportunity for her to come back. But the match in general, I thought it was pretty good. I don't know what I don't know what the plan with LA Knight is. I really don't.
Nah, he was just a space filler. I said that as soon as he stepped out, I was like, he's just there to fill in the fourth person.
Yeah, I don't get it. Like this, because he has everything for a world champion. He's got the crowd behind him. He's got the physique. Is it the age? I mean, because look what they did with Ron Killings. Remember when Ron Killings got released and he shaved off his hair and he was like, "Is the hottest thing on the internet." And now he's back to. Did you see that promo when they were in Dublin? He's like, "Oh, I'm sorry, I flew to the wrong Dublin. It's Dublin, Georgia." Yeah. He's back to being that goofy character. They totally missed out on an opportunity to capitalize on something that was hot. I hope they don't do that with LA Knight, just because I know he's been in the industry for like 20 years. He was in TNA for a long time, but I'm rambling. But the match, I thought it was good. I didn't love the ending. When Becky did the low ball, I think everyone knew who it was. But if Kathy's right and it leads to a blow off with a mixed tag at WrestleMania or something, then I'm all for it.
Yeah, because that's what I was saying too. Is like they have to give it to Punk eventually. So. It's gonna come eventually.
You can't keep denying him.
He's so close every single time. He brought him back. There has to be a happy ending because he's towards the end of his career as well. He's one injury away from that's it.
That's it.
But it's the match itself is exactly what we expected. It was Seth Rollins versus CM Punk with the occasional that whole thing they did with the table, like the Dudley reference was pretty cool. Didn't pan out, like it didn't do anything. It was kind of this like tease, but it got messy, it got confusing. It could have, I think 4 was too many. I think they could have left it maybe 3. Jey Uso and LA Knights had no storyline whatsoever, even with each other. Like, there was no reason for them to be there. And it just killed space. It was okay. I mean, it just...
Other than trying to plug it in on the storyline where it's like, go get the title. Roman telling him to go get the title and Jay getting all emotional about it.
Yeah.
Well, the LA Knight thing. So I think I have a few points on it. LA Knight, I think they put him in there because he beat Seth. What was that pay-per-view before SummerSlam? I can't remember. But he beat Seth because Seth got hurt.
Wait, wasn't it the one? Yeah, I'm saying, wasn't it the one he hurt his knee? Was that a Saturday night main event?
Oh, right. Yeah. So there you go. So he got the win there. So it makes sense. You can give him a title shot. And like you said, he's been over for how many years? A couple of years at least now. Here's my take. I don't get the LA Knight thing. He's a good promo, but like, what is LA Knight's motivation, right? Like, Seth Rollins is an egomaniac who wants to run WWE. Punk is that guy looking for that big moment that he never got. Jey Uso had the title, lost at the Gauntlet. He wants redemption. What's LA Knight's story? He's a gym bro with
just wants a
good promo.
Wants to kiss some ass and have some good matches, and different things, and all that things that he does,
What is it, Johnny Cage from Mortal Kombat?
Kinda, yeah.
Jeremy, kind of. You're right, yeah.
That's kind of what he is.
I mean,
Mr. Hollywood.
He's talented, right? I don't take that away from him. He's talented. It's just there's not the story there. Why would you make LA Knight champion here? Why would you include him in this? Like, I get including him, but like, why would you make LA Knight champion? What would you do after that? So it feels a little weird.
Yeah, there's no build up for it.
Right. There's just, and that's where I said last week when we made our picks, like I thought maybe there'd be a heel turn here because then that kind of gives him something. You can make him a heel, and then you can have him start feuding with Jey Uso or CM Punk while Seth's still doing whatever he's doing. But maybe it still happens. It just didn't happen tonight. So yeah. And then obviously we had the ending with Becky Lynch getting involved. Kind of noticed it right away when she did the low blow. It was the frame was kind of a giveaway in the eyes, so it wasn't really a surprise. Only surprise was like why this didn't happen sooner.
No.
I feel like she probably should have been in that group from the beginning, but I get it now. I think it goes exactly to what Kathy said. It's going to lead to AJ Lee coming back, I think, and in either some type of singles match or maybe a mixed tag or something like that. But it's got to lead to that. There can't be anything else. Doesn't make sense.
Especially with that whole speech of like, I want to end your career. I never want you to wrestle again. Like it's building this. Yeah. This story of like they have to win, and you know maybe your team with your wife, you know, y'all that'll win.
And they made it a point to really emphasize the fact that Seth and Becky are married, and like the first thing about writing is you don't introduce something unless there's a logical reason and a payoff for it. So why after all this time bring it up, emphasize it if there's no payoff for it? So I would really be let down if that's not the payoff.
Yeah, because they were like, "Oh, we're the best together." Couple. Yeah, like we're the best couple in like you used like that was a really funny thing with Becky Lynch. Like, oh, you used to be with the Bellas, like you guys used to be the best couple or whatever. I could see the merch already. Best in the world will be best couple in the world. Like it's all so predictable, and if it's not, then man, shame on them. That's rough.
It has money.
Then we need to get copyright on this because they'll take the idea from you.
Yeah, right? Yeah, I'm on my waiting for my phone call, guys.
And if you haven't seen AJ Lee in a while, she's probably in the best shape of her life. So she's ready to go. Like she's in shape.
Another Jersey girl.
She was amazing back then, and I can't imagine she wouldn't step up now. Unlike half the people they brought up.
Some 6 Degrees Kevin Bacon shit. AJ Lee and me. Check this out. I went to Union County College, my first year after high school. In my Algebra 1 class was Jay Lethal. Who at the time, yes, it was. He was kind of a dick. Who at the time was training and then started to develop a 2.5-year relationship with AJ Lee. So in a sense, I kind of know her. Like we're kind of excited.
That's kind of a New Jersey thing, though. Like if ever there's a celebrity, everybody somehow knows them. Everybody knows about him.
Yeah. My uncle whipped Richie Sambora with
Sam?
No, the antenna from a car because he owed him money for weed. Jeremy, Uncle Bill.
Yeah, that would be him. That man had no shame.
We had a friend who got whipped with antenna one night too on a walk to Sonic. So that's an inside joke. We'll leave it there.
They're being responsible.
All right, and then this one, everybody had Seth Rollins for the win, so it ended in a tie with Kathy and Charlie for first. We went to our tiebreaker. It was the combination of most GTS or how many GTS and curb stomps combined would be in the match. We all thought Jeremy went high with 7. Obviously, his pick didn't matter here because we were both out, but he was close. It was 6. So our winner, based off the tiebreaker, was none other than Charlie. So with that, I'm going to hand it over to Charlie to decide who faces our stipulation. I'm wearing a wig all next episode. I have one bet, but he might pull a swerve. Who knows?
This is tough because Joe, watching tires, I would like to see you with that look. I think it would be hilarious. Kathy, I would like to see you in a very butch I put a lot of time and thought into Jeremy.
Yeah, buddy.
I know.
As expected. And by
That
a
was
lot of
written down
time,
to-
he meant
That was
all of
written
5
down
seconds.
before the pay-per-view started. In case I won.
Frick.
So
I love you,
Jeremy,
buddy, but you made me sing.
Do we get to pick? Like, who gets to pick the wig? We got
you, I, and Charlie will make the pick of the wig, and we'll have it shipped to you, Jeremy. You live a little further
Yeah, we'll ship
away,
it to you.
so we'll ship it to you.
Catherine, you have you're better with fashion than I am. Get him something he looks like a babe in.
We got to get
Alright.
a beautiful wig. We're getting
Beautiful.
some really good stuff.
I can't wait. I'm very excited.
His goddamn mind.
Because if
when
we
he
left
sees
it up to him, it probably would have been like a little bit longer than what he has now, or his surfer
Yeah.
hair that he had. But
He'll turn it and he'll be like, I kind of look good in this, actually.
yeah, I look good at this.
I look like Dave Grohl.
Hi, everybody.
Yeah, you had that stage, so you can't say like, "Oh, hi, everybody." Like you totally did the flip for a long time with the puka shells and the whole thing. So don't even.
Yep, I did
I
go
met
through my
Jeremy.
surfer face.
When I
Surfer
met Jeremy,
Jeremy.
he was a surfing MMA fighter. So,
Surfing Jeremy.
all right, Jeremy.
It was the Jesse McCartney back then. Remember that? Not the Justin Bieber.
Yeah.
Yep.
All right,
God,
Jeremy,
that
I'm
dates
gonna
us so much.
give it to you for any last words. We're building a little bit of a Sheamus Rusev rivalry here between the two. This is gonna go back and forth every stipulation until somebody else wins. So, Jeremy, I'll give it to you. Any final thoughts?
On what, the wig? Make me
Yes.
look lovely. Make me look pretty. I don't know.
Definitely not. Definitely not.
I'm doomed. I know this.
All right. So check out next week. Jeremy will be here looking beautiful.
Enjoy, everybody.
All right.
Terrified
That
to
is
see
this
coming
week's-
in the mail.
That is this week's episode. Thank you for tuning in. As always, if you haven't already, make sure you subscribe to our channel on YouTube, follow us on TikTok, Instagram, give us a like on all of them. If you got questions, you got something you want to hear us talk about on the show, email us at squaredcirclequestions@gmail.com. And with that, I will hand it over to Charlie. Take it away.
Everybody, thank you again for joining us on another episode of Squared Circle Spotlight. Make sure you like us, subscribe to us, and join us next week for another episode where merch is mandatory. Jeremy's going to wear a wig. Sorry.
That's all that matters.
The wig's in your mind.
I hate you.
I'm just looking at picturing him with the wig. I can't do my lines.
Oh,
All right.
I hate you all.
That's it, guys. We will see you next week. Make sure you tune in to see Jeremy on a beautiful wig. See you later.